Hi there. More Q&A questions for you. This one from Jen in Dallas, Texas. Jen asks, Amy, my mother-in-law is making me nuts. How do I keep her away from my wedding plans? Ooh, tricky, huh? That is a tough subject. Well, first of all, I have to ask you, is your mother-in-law helping pay it all? If your in-laws are helping with money or anyone's helping for money, they do have a sort of reasonable expectation to feel included. I know that can be really hard to admit, but if you're taking their money, you have to take some of their... You have to listen to them, okay? I don't want to say you have to take their advice, because you don't. It's still your wedding, and you can very politely say, I love that idea. I just think we're going to sort of go a different direction. But you don't have to take their advice, but you have to give them their voice, okay? Because they feel like they're contributing. Now, even if they're not paying, parents, especially, it's super sticky because they sometimes feel like it's their day too, whether they should or shouldn't. That's a whole different subject. But they do, okay? So give them at least the respect that it is a big day in their lives. It's not their biggest day like it is yours, of course, but it is a big day in their life. Their son's getting married, or whoever's giving you the hassle, is getting married. At least acknowledge that, and then have a conversation early in planning, like we talk about in the DIY Wedding e-course, about having a budget conversation, but also having a conversation with parents about expectations for the wedding. So have a conversation early in the planning before a mother-in-law can get out of control with, what expectations do you have of this wedding? Do you expect me to wear your grandmother's jewelry? Do you expect any of this in me? If you give me advice and I don't take it, are you going to be upset? She shouldn't be, but kind of putting it all on the table, being upfront about it, usually sort of squashes those before it can happen, because then you can always refer to it later. Like, remember when we talked 6 months ago, you didn't care whose jewelry I wear, or you said if I had a difference of opinion, it would be okay with you. I'm wondering why you're so upset that I'm not going to wear your aunt's veil. So, first of all, setting it up ahead of time is the best way to go. Now, if you're already in the planning process and you didn't do that, maybe it's time to have a family meeting. Now, always, it should be up to the child whose parent it is to deal with their parents. Now, if your fiance is anything like my husband, he's not very good at that. So you may have to step in a little bit, but you want to have a good relationship with your in-laws. It will make your whole life easier. So don't go in it combatively. With weddings, people can be kind of hot-headed. Tempers can flare. There's a lot of passion involved. So first, if your husband has a great relationship with his parents, or is outgoing enough that he will have that conversation, let him do it and just don't even worry about it. If he's not, then maybe set up a dinner, have a family dinner or something like that, where you can chat about it and be like, I love that you are so excited about the wedding. I love that you're taking a personal interest in me and that you're welcoming and meeting your family so much. But I just don't feel comfortable wearing your aunt's veil or your grandmother's jewelry or having blue flowers or whatever they're insisting upon. I love that you want to go dress shopping with me, but I always envision doing that with my best friend from childhood. I went with her, she's going to go with me, and it's kind of something we want to do special together. So have those conversations. I know it can be tricky, but instead of waiting until it's blown up or sweeping it under the rug and then there's hurt feelings and animosity, that just creates tension. So be upfront about it, and that just makes it a lot easier. And then also sort of think about your feelings. Is there a reason she can't go dress shopping with you? Is there a compromise on the jewelry? Maybe you'll wear the earrings, or maybe you'll wear a bracelet as an anklet or something like that makes her feel like you're making an effort, but you still get your way too. Maybe you wear the aunt's veil for a couple of pictures with the family, but then you change into your own veil, or you don't want to wear a veil at all, but you wear a couple for photos or something like that. So try and be reasonable too. Try and understand that it's not their most important day, but it is a day for them. And it just, if you can smooth it over a little bit, it does create a less stress for you. Now, it's not that I'm just trying to be this diplomat that's trying to make everyone happy. A lot of what wedding coordinators do, and sort of, we don't want to do this, but we end up having to do this. We end up playing referee sometimes and giving you advice on how to keep everyone happy. And it really is just easier on you and your stress levels if you have happier people around you. Having tension with your future mother-in-law creates for really stress for you, and you just want to enjoy your day. So you'll be worrying that she's talking about you to the aunt, you'll be worrying that she's snickering at you or whatever, or you'll be worrying that she'll make an inappropriate comment in her toast. Or if you have everything smoothed over, then you're not worrying about any of this stuff. So I know it's hard to sometimes swallow your pride a little bit, but it does, I'm just telling you, it does make your day better. This is for your sake, I promise. I hope that answers your question. If you guys have any questions, please visit DIYwedding.bellagraceweddings.com, and I will answer your questions right here. See you soon.
Me again. Feel like you need a little more help? One-on-one help is available in the form of video and online chatting with yours truly in 10 or 20 minute increments. Visit DIYwedding.bellagraceweddings.com for more information. Talk to you soon.